Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Lois and welcome back to Agrarian Skies 2. In the last episode, we were working with bees, getting a bunch of bee stuff set up and all that kind of fun stuff, getting seed oil, which we don't have much of, and all that kind of fun stuff, getting these guys set up, and we have some common bees, and wow, we have a lot of honeycombs. Wow, that is surprising to me. But we have common, we have meadows, we have unusual, and then we have a bee storage area for those as well. So not a bad setup. Let's go ahead and throw all these guys in here. We're gonna get a bunch of honey and all that kind of stuff. And between episodes, I went ahead and took my clipboard and made all the quest bees that we're gonna need. Some of them aren't going to be too bad. The magic wax we should actually be getting relatively soon. Let's take that out and see if these guys will give us the magic wax. I'm not entirely sure off the top of my head, but I think they... the mundane combs... Yes, it's a 10% chance. There are better ways to get this from, like, occult combs are better. Esoteric, mysterious. There's a lot. Destabilized, which we need for the destabilized drops, will give us the magic wax as well. So that one's at least a little bit easy. So just a lot of stuff to kind of do. Between episodes, I also went ahead and 10 the silver. So we're going to be getting a lot of silver relatively quickly, which is kind of awesome. Just from 10ing them, I got a little over a stack. So went ahead and did that. One of these days I'm going to kind of finish this house, but today is not that day. How much silver do we have currently? We have 109 silver, so we're doing pretty good on silver. So let's tell the system real quick to go ahead and make 200. No, we can't make 200. Can we make 100? No. We need 150 silver for every 100 of the things. So the solar panels. So we'll kind of wait on that. But today we're gonna do a couple of just quality of life things. Last episode we ran out of power from charging up these guys. Now if we don't use these guys all that much, we should not have too much of an issue. But something I kind of want to do, because this guy is so powerful, we should probably replace this guy. And honestly, I kind of want to make this area down here, actually, I don't want to run, let's see, this is not that much farther, to be honest. So what we're gonna do, and this is going to be kind of silly, we could make better lava generators. That's one thing. But we're going to replace these redstone energy cells with resonant. And we're going to move power around a little bit just to make things a little bit nicer. So in order to get the resonant, we need some Enderium, which we have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is all we need. I didn't even realize I already had the Enderium. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this crescent hammer. We're going to come over here. We're going to pop down here. And we're going to go ahead and break this guy. He'll still have his power and all that kind of fun stuff. But we just need to pick him up. Find a crafting table. And do this. And now we have a resonant energy cell. And this guy we are going to put... you know what? I don't really want these guys anymore. They're really weak. And is that going anywhere? Yes, that is connecting to the solar panels. So that needs to be connected in to the system. But that's about it. I guess I had manually told that to disconnect. So that is manually into the system. So that will work. And what we can do is we can put this guy here and tell him input is on the right, output is on the left. And then from the bottom right now, we're going to have an input just for these guys. He's empty. Alright, so he's got a little bit of charge. So these guys have a little bit of charge. So we put this guy here. Output out the top. This guy, max input, output, all good. So once this is done, we'll pick him up, and then this guy has a little bit of charge. So we'll do the same thing. Output out the top, and he's empty. Cool. So he still has a little bit of charge. Alright, no charge, no charge, no charge. Awesome. We can, because I don't think we can use these. No. Can't use them for anything, so we're just going to get rid of them, more or less. We're just going to throw them into the AE system and never think about them again. Do we have some more redstone conduit? Yes, we do. Flux ducts, whatever. Alright, so with that taken care of, we're also going to want some ME cable. Let's get, I don't know, 100 of that. That'll take a little bit to craft, but we'll get to that in just a moment. So what we're going to want to do is we'll come down here. We're going to break this guy. And he's stuck up here. And did we get him? Yes. So he'll keep his power, luckily. And we're going to go ahead and break this guy. Put a power line there. This is sending energy, so this is all sending energy, which is perfect. It will draw off of the one guy. And we're going to go ahead and upgrade these lines as well, because might as well. So with that taken care of, we just come up here. And we're going to upgrade this guy as well. So he's almost full, and then... So this holds 10 million, the resonant holds 50 million. So it's a little bit of an upgrade. And it's definitely worth it. So might as well do it. And what we'll do is we'll go ahead right here. Put this guy. Input, output. So he'll gain all this guy's power. And then this guy, we can turn that off as well. And then what we'll do is pull power down here. And this is where we'll put our culinary generator, which will require an export bus. And we'll be exporting epic bacon. And then I'll just have to run a line across here, and that'll be fine. So all of our power is going to be centralized. Eventually I'll make this a bit better of an area, and we'll kind of go from there. So with that taken care of, do we have the ME glass cables? Yes, we have 35. That's enough for the time being. Not entirely sure what's crafting down there, but we'll figure that out. So this should be good enough. So just run the line straight down and across, and I'm stuck a little bit. Alright, so that should start feeding this guy with the epic bacon, which will give us more stuff, more power. The question is, how much epic bacon do we have? None. I really need to do something about that. Oops, didn't mean to do that one. I really need to do something about the crafting, the auto crafting over at the farm. So let's see. Let's get some coal blocks. I think that'll be a good enough like temporary fix. We'll just throw a bunch of coal blocks in there, and it should help. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But it'll at least do something. Give it a bunch of power. And it is at least smart enough not to use up the coal blocks until it runs out of power. So I don't know if Steve's workbenches has any upgrades that could help with that. We could use lava as fuel. That is not a terrible idea. Let idols components charge up for later. Don't need the transfer stuff. Fuel efficiency. We could make those because it's already using a lot of stuff to make. Well, it needs green. Green is right there, so it's just trying to fill in all of this stuff. And yeah, the green is pretty much the thing that's backed up. So we could get the fuel efficiencies. We could just not worry about it for right now. Coal's not too bad to get, so we do have one of these. How bad are those to make? Those are a little bit nastier than I'd like, but the lava generators aren't bad. We could switch that over to lava. That could be fun. Don't we have a drum full of lava? Yep. We could replace that drum with the different drum and see if the lava generator would work better. So let's make 2 of these. So we're gonna need, oh my gosh, I keep misclicking. There's one, and we'll just do this. And then the blank are easy enough. And there's the lava generator things. So the next thing we need is a drum, which is on autocraft. It will take literally a second. And then we'll need some fluid ducts and probably a servo. And we'll see if this works. I don't think it's going to work well with the solar panel, so we'll take that out, but that shouldn't be too much of an issue. So there we go. And that's going to fill up pretty quickly, just because these guys go very fast. 7 times melting speed is really good. So let's see if this helps our problem or what. It's going to make it messier. And honestly, I think what we'll do, that won't connect to anything, which is good. We can put that there, and let's take out the solid fuel. Upgrades, let's take that one out and add that in. Let's take that one. We can't put 2 of those in either anyway, so we'll do that, and then cool. Let's see, that is well, honestly, once it fills up, it should be a lot slower. This guy is still crafting. Oh, because it's charging up everything. Okay, so once it's fully charged, how much lava is it going to use? It still uses quite a bit of lava. Because it's making more blues. I mean, it's still being used, so this guy. Oh, and then it will stop. So it's at least fuel efficient. We'll put the blocks of coals in here just in case, and I don't think we can add. We can see if that helps, if that works. I know it says it doesn't stack well, but we'll see. But I don't know if the solar panel is actually going to work with this because of the pipes. It needs to have clear view. We could put it right here though. So let's do that. And I'm just trying my hardest to get anything and everything so that this maintains power, which maintains the epic bacon. So solar panels are dark. It's making power, so hopefully it works out well. We'll kind of leave it alone, but I think for the rest of today's episode, the things I want to work on, we need to work on bees, and I want to look and see if there's any quests that we can do. But how much silver do we have? We have 161, so we can make, if I can spell solar panels. Alright, first of all, we need to make 8 of these to fill in for the rest that we've already lost. And that will take, like, a little bit of time, but it won't be too bad. And then we need 300 solar panels in total. So can we tell it to make 100 as well? We need literally 1 more silver. So we'll come back to that in just a second. Now, the other thing I want to work towards is knowledge fragments. So knowledge fragments are these things which require lore fragments, which if we can make a savant princess, we could get a decent number of these lore fragments. And I don't know what the paper combs give you. Paper, of course, and magic wax. So if we get these knowledge fragments, the thing about this is we could get a lot of, we could actually get a lot of aspects, research aspects, and that's going to make my life with Thaumcraft a lot easier. So let's take a look at one. Let's get the solar panels crafting. No CPUs are available. Oh, uh-oh. So solar panels, we want to make 100, we need a bigger system. It takes a little bit over 4,000. We have exactly 4,000. So can we quickly make, oh my god, angel ring, please. Can we quickly make the next tier 16K? Oh yeah, numbers don't like. No, we can't. So we need to make one of these. That'll take a second. And then we'll teach the system how to make 16K storage cells, storage components rather. So we're gonna need a engineering processor. And then once this is done, which once it gets done with the processors, it will be pretty quick. That will allow us to make a 16K crafting storage, which will allow us to make better stuff, more stuff at once. So I can make that 100 solar panels and we can go on our way. So that will be the plan for that. There we go. It's crafted one of them. There's another. And there's another. One of these days I will also probably upgrade the ME system. We need to rework it a little bit. It's just such a mess down here. So one thing, we need to get more interfaces and all that kind of stuff. But the other thing is in here, these guys have acceleration cards. We can put, I guess, how many can we put in this? We can put 5 in these. And I only have 3 in each of them, which makes it go a lot faster, but we could make it even faster still. So just one of those things. Speed things up, make things go faster, makes my life easier. And we should be able to teach the system how to make this now. And we'll go ahead and have it start making them. I was like, where did it go? So let's stop messing around and put that in there. Alright, so let's make one of these. That'll take a little bit, and then we can make our solar panels. But in order to get these bees, so we need the savant bee. That's the key. So savant bees are pupil and scholarly. Well, pupil is, I think scholarly is going to be pupil and something else. Arcane. Well, we need arcane anyways, so that's good. And we need it for the pupil as well. So arcane would be a good place to start. Esoteric and mysterious. Esoteric is cultivated and eldritch. Eldritch is any of the magic bees with a cultivated. So we need cultivated bees. So that's the next step. Do we have the 16K yet? Almost. It's getting there. Come on. Crafting calculation processors. There's 1 and there's 2. Alright, so all we have to do for this guy is come up here. We'll remove this. Take out the storage component. Put in the new one. And there we go. That is all we have to do. It's pretty easy. So let's make the solar panels. And we can go from there. So there's another 100 solar panels. So hopefully we can get that taken care of today. We'll see how long it takes to craft and all that kind of fun stuff. But we have a bunch of common drones in here, which is good. We need those. Now, if we want cultivated, we need common and some sort of princess. Now, here's the question. Do we have any more pristine princesses? Mythical is the only one. So we need some more hives. And the best way to get hives, we need... You know what? Let's teach the system how to make at least part of it. We're also going to need a barrel. We have a bucket. So in order to make hives, we need artificial hives. These guys, which require hay bales. Which is easy enough for us. And then it also requires silk mesh. You know, we should really put those in there. And then this guy can make the artificial hives. That is a little important. So, let's make some hives. Let's make 10 of them. We can't really do anything with 10 of them yet, but we can make them. So with that taken care of, what we'll need to do is come over here and we'll need a barrel. We get a bucket of oil, seed oil, and we just put this in here. And now we have a scented artificial hive. Now these are good for making a bunch of different ones. Grass blocks, I think leaves are going to be the easiest, or mycelium. I don't know if it has to be oak leaves. We can see. If it does, we can start... I guess we have some oak leaves. We're getting oak leaves anyway, so never mind. We just need to put this into the induction furnace, and we'll get a artificial hive. So, induction furnace. There we go. So this will give us a meadows hive. No, this will give us a forest hive, which is nice because we don't really have many forest bees. But we're going to use it probably regardless to get the next breed. So we just put this down. We'll get our scoop, which has one more use. And we get some bees. So what kind of bees do we have? We have pristine forest. So we have ignoble forest. We can get more forest pretty easily, so I'm not too worried about that. Let's go ahead and use the pristine in here with a common drone, and that's going to give us a cultivated. And that's going to be the first step. So we'll let these guys go in here. Nope, not there. And things should be pretty good. I want to go ahead and scan all of these bees, all these drones. I need honey for that. Not a problem. We have well over a stack of honey. And these are all purebred, which is really nice. And we can always get traits off of them, which might not be a bad idea. Shorter. Unusuals are bad, but... do they have any special Durinio? So that means that they work Durinio. What does Durinio mean? Tolerant Flyer is... I don't actually know what Durinio means. I think all of them have Durinio. Never mind. What I want is something that's either Nocturnal, Tolerant Flyer, or Cave Dweller. Tolerant Flyer would probably be the best thing to have, but not too concerned. Anyways, once are cultivated, we need another automation upgrade. And we'll go ahead and put that in here. And we have a cultivated drone. So what we can do is we can use this cultivated to make the next tier, which is going to be, I think, Eldritch. So we just need attuned, mystical, any of the normal bees. Now mystical, are you mystical? No, you're unusual. So we have a bunch of unusuals, but these could die. They have a 10% chance. But it's worth a chance. Let's see, what do we can get? It died. So we have genetic waste now. This is useless stuff. I put that in there. And so that means we just need to wait for another cultivated, and we could try with the princess. But that's what we get for trying to use a ignoble bee. If we use a pristine bee, then we don't have that problem. How do we get mystical? Are these special in any way? Are these... I think these are a hive bee. So whatever the mystical hive is, I'm not sure off the top of my head, but we can do it. So that's enough bees for today, I think. How's our power doing? And more importantly, how is our generator doing? Well, this guy is 38 million. He's running low because we're doing something with power. The mutagen producer is probably producing a little bit, but I'm not entirely sure what's using all the power. Probably making all the crafting stuff, but we have 172 solar panels. How much silver do we have now? We have 50. So let's take a look at our quest book and see if there's any easy quests we can bust out today. We'll have to work on some other stuff later with like getting the what's it called? Getting the solar panels. There we go. I am scatterbrained today. So Sky Farm, we could. This is all Botania, not Botania. Thaumcraft. Multi farms aren't bad, but that's a lot of carpenter stuff. I don't really care to do that. Irrigation we can't complete because it requires bedrock. We could do the rest of it, but bedrock is probably the sprinkler. Alright, so nothing there. Power grid doesn't require anything. Mystical blood. Blood magic, I don't really feel like doing blood magic. Thaumcraft, yuck. Applied engineering for the hoarding. Let's see if there's anything here we can do, or at least start working on. So chocolate milk is something I believe, yeah, I taught the system how to make. Can we make like 200 more? Can we make like 100 more? Missing 2 milk buckets. Okay. Wait a second. Chocolate milk. I want to see this one, and it requires fresh milk. So can we make, I don't know, 110 of those? Can we make like 200 of those? We can. This might be the way to get a bunch of chocolate milk. And then, can we get 200 of that now? It's going to require a lot of aluminum. So, milk. Let's just have it at milk. Let's see. I believe this makes 4, so can we do 150? And then like 12? Alright, so we have 368. Can we do that? 300. We certainly can. And that's going to be actually pretty quick because it's just a simple crafting. So we're going to be up to 400 chocolate milk buckets. Now, here's my question. They do not stack. That is going to be fun. So what we need to do, and the thing is we need to put chocolate milk buckets. So we're going to need an export bus. And we're going to get a barrel, I think would be good. And really doesn't matter where we do this. Is that something? I don't think there's anything there to hit. We can do this right here. And the device is online. So let's get a chocolate milk. We just need 100 more of these. So that's not that bad. We'll put that in here. And we'll put the barrel right here. And that should fill up. I don't know why the image is so messed up, but that is filling up with chocolate milk. It can only store 64. So do we have... let's see, upgrades? Did I ever make upgrades for the barrels? No, but I could make them for the drawer. Or we can get a QDS quest delivery system. I think those are back here. And what we'll do is we'll just grab that, we'll hook it up, and we'll just start importing all of the... I have a couple more hearts. Just in case. I really need to clean this stuff out, but where is quest delivery systems? I know that I have a couple. Maybe I don't. Alright, well, we'll get those, and... because I don't think they're in here. I thought I had some. Ooh, I got Agrarian Princess and Drone. These guys are used to make wheaten combs, which give you wheat. Decent chance of wheat, too. So they're not bad. They are the top kind of tier of their bees, but we'll put those in there. So let's go ahead and make a QDS. That I believe is not too bad to make. Let's see, quest delivery system. So this guy, we just need some glass. Alright, so go ahead and make that, and we'll set this up. We get our quest book back. We're going to want an item duck and a servo. So actually, let's just move this like right here. Go into this book, select the task, put it on here, and there we go. Chocolate milk is now assigned to that. We put a servo and item duck, and there we go. So this will start filling up the chocolate milk buckets. Okay, hold on. It's not working. Chocolate milk bucket from Mine Factory Reloaded. It's not the chocolate milk bucket from Mine Factory Reloaded. It's this one. Oh, from Thaumic Horizons. Oh, great. And I don't know how to make that. Let's take a look at this guy. So Thaumic Horizons is here. Let's see, meat growth. Curative vat, blast files. I have no idea what any of this stuff is. But we're just going to research it all and see. Some meat growth, okay. Flesh hardening. Not entirely sure. So injector requires Voltalis. I think we can get a little bit of that. Incarnation warded syringe. Alright, this is a lot of complicated stuff I've never really worked with, so I don't know what it is, what it does. Creature infusion. Cow infusions? Chocolate cow, there we go. And chocolate bars are made from chocolate milk buckets. And that's what we need. So it is a cow infusion, and I'm not entirely sure how this all works. Infusion vat, so It is this is a complicated thing, but this is what we needed to work on. Let's just go ahead and research all this stuff. And I don't know what to do with all these chocolate milk buckets. So we can at least take that recipe out of the system. And don't worry about that anymore. So let's chocolate milk buckets. This guy we don't need. And honestly, here's the thing. We could just go ahead and delete all of these chocolate milk buckets. I don't know if that's something we need to do, but what we can do, let's break this guy. Let's ruin our lives with all these chocolate milk buckets. There's so many of them. In fact, there's, I believe, 64. You can also pick this guy up eventually. Oh no, oh no. So I get the facade. Did the... Oh, I see the cable. We need the cable. Shift Q. There we go. There's the cable. Now this will allow us to get this back in order. Can put these facades back on. Everything's working again. All right, perfect. that was a little bit of a mess. So what do we do? We're gonna need to work on Thaumcraft relatively soon, but I want to get that Savant Bees. So I think what I'm gonna do is off camera, I'm gonna work with bees. I know a lot of people don't care for bees, so I'm gonna do a lot of the work off camera, kind of to help with that. So something else I might end up doing. So the chocolate milk, we have a lot of buckets of it. We have a drum. And I believe we can go ahead and put this in here. So I just want to make sure, but chocolate milk. Yep. Now what if... I have an idea. We're going to keep this chocolate milk. And what we're going to do is I'm going to take... Oh, let's see. How do I want to do this? Because manually is not fun. I don't know. I'll probably end up... I'll figure out a way to do it a little bit easier. Fluid transposers is definitely a way, but I'll probably just take like a bunch of these and I don't even know. Can I do like auto refill? It is already on. I don't know why this isn't showing up as chocolate milk anymore, but it is. So I've got a bunch of buckets of milk to put into this guy, and honestly, it's one of those things that we're going to keep the chocolate milk, and there is a good reason for that. I don't know if it's working, if it's going to work. It's a little cheaty, but drawers have the ability to kind of auto-convert different things. So if Thalmic Horizons, let's see, might be or dictionary. It's probably not or dictionary. I realize that now. But chocolate milk buckets should be pretty easy to get. And I think what we're going to do is I'm going to work on bees. I'm going to try to get a decent base of bees. We already have a lot of unusual drones and meadows. We can take them out. We've already got a bunch of cultivated. So I'm just going to work on getting more seed oil, getting more bees, getting them converted, and all that kind of fun stuff so that we can start working towards getting the Savant Bees so that I can start getting all of the resources that I want, the knowledge fragments. Otherwise, we're going to have to scan a bunch of stuff, and I don't really have that much more to scan. I believe we could go ahead and scan... Let's see, we've already scanned all of this stuff. There's the apiary. Poppies. Nothing. How about centrifuge? Nothing from these guys, so really not much we can learn. So yeah, knowledge fragments is going to be where I'm going to have to go, and that is probably going to be a lot of work off camera. So that's what I'm going to do. And I think next time we're going to get into Thaumcraft a little bit more. I just don't know what yet. That is a good question. So that'll be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. The mess that is chocolate milk. And I messed up. It happens. How close are we on the silver? We're almost there with the solar panels. So that'll be definitely something we'll set up next time and go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!